So, gents, here's what we're looking at. Okay, so we're gonna just to prove that something's a factor. Okay, so what you would have figured out back in the day was this: when you first did like long division, like I'm talking really simple long division, is or even just really simple division. All right. So what you always did was, for argument's sake, 16 into 16 multiplied by 35 as an example. Right. 560 divided by 16. Okay. So here's what you do: 16 into 58, you divide first. 56, I mean. It goes in 3 times. Next step you use is multiply. You're looking up. Next step you use is multiply. 3 times 16, 48. Subtract, get A. The next thing, sorry, I multiplied. I subtracted, didn't I? So that's where I took away the 48. And I call it DMS drop, all right? Divide, multiply, subtract, drop. Divide, multiply, subtract, drop, all right? So I drop down to 0. How many times does 16 go into 80? 5, all right? Now, there's something else that you need to know, okay? What you need to know is this. The yellow part is always equal to the blue part multiplied by the pink part. Essentially, it doesn't matter what's there. If I have a long division sign, and that's Kenny, right, we're going here again. That's Mark, and that's James. All right, essentially, Mark multiplied by James equals what? Kenny, every time. Doesn't matter what's written there. That's the way it always is. The one to the left and the one on top, when you multiply them together, always give you the one underneath. Is that cool? Right? Doesn't matter what's written there. Doesn't matter. Okay. So this brings me to what we're going to do here. Okay. So I'm going to do question 5. Okay. And so here's question 5. All right. And remember what I said earlier: DMS drop. Okay. Okay, guys. So I'm going to do this one here. All right. And now there's a problem with this one, all right? And I'll explain what the problem is with it. See the way x cubed is the highest power? Lads, you need to look up and don't just make this mistake. X cubed. The next power in line should be x squared. The next power in line should be x to the power 1 or just x. And then a regular number at the end. Which one am I missing? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rub that out. And I'm going to insert basically just a placeholder 0x squared. Is that okay? And then I'm just going to have 28x and a here. You've probably seen this at junior cert anyway. You did. Right. Now, right. We're going to divide. 36x cubed divided by 3x. What's the answer? 12x squared. Take x there. Take one of them. Turn that into 2 in a second. 36 divided by 3 is 12. We kill. All right. Now I'm at the multiplication stage. So I did the D. Now I'm doing M. Okay. Now multiply 12 by 3. Okay. 12 by minus 2. Now, here's the part where people get tripped up, all right? You have to subtract. Now, subtract means basically change the signs. It could be DMS or DMC. This is plus turns to a minus. This is minus turns to a plus. Go again. Drop. Okay, you kill? So we're dropping. Now, what happens this time? 24x squared divides by 3x. So 24x squared divided by 3x, x. Notice the pattern on top. The pattern on top has to be x squared, x, regular number. There's a pattern there as well. If the top said x cubed, it'd be x cubed, x squared, x, regular number. Okay? Exactly. Now, we're going to multiply. We've divided. We're going to multiply. Multiply ax by 3x. 24x squared. Multiply ax by minus 2. Okay. And once again, we're at this subtract or change stage. minus and plus. Okay, cancels them. Then what's this? Minus 12x plus a. Now we're back to the division stage. What's minus 12x divided by 3x? Remember you said earlier it has to be without the x. Multiply. You can get lazy here. All you need to know is that they're going to cancel each other. And you just sort of go, oh, look, you're going to cancel each other anyway, so happy days. Right? And you're done. So if it's a factor, it divides it equally. So I've successfully proven that this here is a factor because it divides equally. When I multiply the pink by the yellow, you'll definitely get green as your answer. Does everybody get that? On top, it's always x squared x number. No, that's pure random chance. All right, guys, we do question 7. And also, I want you to do with question 7 is just do the long division, okay? And if you need once I'm recording, and then you can I'll stop then, all right? So, lads, divide, multiply, subtract / change sign, drop, okay? So, you always look at the first part, the x and the x cubed. How many times does x go into x cubed? X squared. X cubed divided by x to the power 1. 3 take away 1. X squared, all right? So that's the start off. You've divided. Now you're going to multiply. You're going to get x cubed plus 1x squared. Yeah. And then you're going to change their signs. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to stop recording now. You drop, and then I'm going to stop recording. Right now. All right, lads, you're at the stage where you've subtracted, and now you're restarting it. It's divide. So once again, you're using the first part of your division, which is the x, and you're targeting the first part of what you have here. It's always the first thing you hit going left to right. So if you're walking along, like basically if you walk left to right, it's the first part you hit on the division part, and it's the first part you hit down here. That's basically what you're using to divide it. Okay, guys. What's minus 1x squared divided by x? Minus 1x. You've completed the division. Now you're on to the multiply. Grab that minus 1x and multiply it by what's here. Minus 1x times x. Minus 1x squared. Minus 1x times 1. Minus 1x. Change or subtract the signs. Plus, plus, minus 12x minus 12. It's only when you get to the end you realize if you're correct or not. If it divides unequally, more than likely you're correct. If it doesn't divide unequally, what happens? Yeah. Now, what's minus 13 plus 1? Yeah, sorry. Now, guys, and the drop. Now, lads, finally, the last part's minus 12, isn't it? Because, once again, I'm highlighting the parts in yellow. You're dividing the minus 12x by the x up here. Okay? And that means you're going to get minus 12. You multiply it back out, you get minus 12x minus 12. You change the signs, plus, plus, 0. Now, there is something about this question that's different from the last one. Okay, and let me explain what it is. Okay, so what we're basically saying is the following. Okay, all right, have a good example. Have a very good example. Job number 30. Break 30 up into its factors. No bother. 5 and 6. Okay, exactly. All right. Now, I can't break 5 any further, can I? Can I break 6 any further? What is it? 2 and 3. Now, here's what we're saying. Okay, I'm grabbing this. See this x cubed minus 13x minus 12. And what I'm saying is that it's the same as multiplying x plus 1 by x squared minus 1x minus 12. If I multiplied this out, what would happen? It would turn back into the top part. Remember what we said earlier? It's the, sorry, highlighter again. This yellow one multiplied by this blue one has to equal this pink one every time. We agreed upon that earlier today. Now, what I'm asking is, which one of these is not fully factorized? I think we could do something with that one. And it's a standard quadratic, and your answer will be x minus 4 and x plus 3. You know, like standard quadratic. Yeah. So that's the three factors. Now you guys do question A. Uh, sorry guys, the example I used earlier was 16 multiplied by 35 equals 560, all right? And I asked us to divide 560 by 16, all right? So 16 goes into 56 three times. Do you see the multiplication marker? You're looking up. See the multiplication? You multiply what's on top by what's on the side. That's where you get the 48. And then you subtract to get 8. You go again. You drop. Once again, you divide 16 into 80. It goes 5 times. You multiply what's on top by what's on the side. And then you subtract. And this is no different. It's the exact same procedure as long division in primary school. Okay, so that's long division primary school. Here's what we're going to do. 2x4 divided by x. We're dividing. What's the answer? You had it. You had it. 2x powered 3. You multiply what's on top by what's on the side. Both of them. See the two lines coming out? So the 2x4 and the minus 2x cubed. You subtract or change the signs. And now you're in business. You repeat your procedure. That's 12x squared. Finally, it's 10x squared by x. And you get plus 10x. And then that goes in evenly. So look, we know these are going to cancel. I'm going to 0. And you're done. All right, gents.